Happy Independence Day from Chez Moi. It's 4th of July. I know it's been a while since I posted. That's always the theme. Let's see what's going on. It's been a very interesting year. As you can see over here, let's just start from left to right. I've decided that these hazelnut tree bushes things are no longer worth it. I couldn't really dig up the roots, and I never got any pollen or anything good out of it. So I just chopped them down, used the withies to increase my brush pile and I will build trellises with eventually. And I poisoned that. So now we see that this is a very open area. I just painted poison on those stems and they'll rot in the ground. Maybe I'll get some mushrooms off of them. In fact, I think that I want to just kind of clear this area all the way to the tree and the sign where my property ends and just make this kind of a mushroom meadow, because that is a beautiful hardwood of some sort. I don't know what kind of tree that is. Somebody can tell me. Anyway, it would probably be a good place to grow morels or chanterelles or something along that line. So that gives the avocado a lot more room and air to breathe. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so although the morning in the summer is very shaded, I guess would be the word, they do still get 6 to 8 hours of light because from noon on they're in full sun. These tomatoes back here were planted a good 2 weeks after the ones in the containers. So I'm just now seeing ripening ones. And I love my echinacea. I know, it's stream of consciousness, isn't it? I'm going to plant more of that next to the neighbors. As well as marjoram. I've got to plant more of this marjoram because all kinds of pollinators love it. I mean, I've got honeybees. I've got 2 different kinds of bumblebees that I can see. Or maybe they're drones versus queens at the same thing. I don't know. But everybody loves the marjoram, so I need more of that. And it's so easy self-propagating. My marigolds are a big old hit. The ones in the pots right here are just being irrigated from the sprinkler system, whereas this one has its own dedicated line. But there's 2 of them in that pot, so that one and that one. I love them all. I don't see any marigolds that I don't want to propagate. Well, maybe not this yellow one over here and the parsley. I love most of the marigolds, let's put it that way. I have this squash out in full sun, which is doing well. Again, it's July the 4th, so I am on the edge of my seat regarding squash vine borers, because this is about the time that they usually attack. My jalapenos, as ever, are doing well. I haven't really had to deadhead my marigolds. They're doing the job for themselves. Last weekend, I aggressively pruned my basil, and we see that they're already putting out new leaves and shoots. It's going to be awesome over the winter because I've already got, like, I don't know, 3 cups, I would say, of pesto, and I've been keeping it separate between the Thai basil and the purple basil. It's kind of easy when they're different colors. Peppers, lots and lots of peppers. My California Wonders were planted at least a week. Oh, much longer. Look, chipmunk. See the chipmunk? Let's go see if we can see the chipmunk. Oh, he just went down his hole. Did we see the chipmunk? I can't wait to see this video. Anyway, sorry. Peppers. The California Wonders were planted 2 weeks at least before the others were put out in the garden. But the jalapenos seem to have caught up with them. And my poor eggplants, I don't know what's gone on with them. They've been subject to some sort of disease or infestation or something. They've lost their leaves, but it actually seems to be kind of good for them because now they're growing thicker stems and that one was denuded before as well. So I haven't gotten any eggplant yet, but it's just now July, so maybe we're okay. This is the first I'm seeing of the drooping of the directly sown cucumbers. I wasn't going to do cucumbers at first. I had forgotten to plant them, but then I just couldn't help myself. So I just sowed some like 3-year-old seeds. Here's some evidence that the echinacea are awesome. Bumblebees really seem to love them, and I should mention, maybe later we'll see it, there's also a pair of golden finches that will come and perch on these and peck on the pollen, and they love the seeds later in the year. And I've seen some hummingbirds actually come. There's one in particular that I see every day at about 5:30 or 6. She's very regular. I think it's a she because she's very dull brown, but she's kind of large. So it's really cool. I might just give my garden a little spritz to cool it down. I love my irrigation system. I can just turn it on for a second. Again, marigolds. If anything, I didn't plant enough, so I want to give more marigolds next year, definitely. I need to remember that these roses just are not thriving here. I think I want to move them over next to the neighbors in that space right at the front, in the tongue there. But that's probably best done after Thanksgiving or so when it's all died back. So I'll just try to keep it sprayed. Oh, which when we get over to the container plants, I have to tell you, I've discovered the secret to fungal diseases during the rains, and it is copper fungicide. It's awesome, it's organic, and I love it. It has saved my plants. Yeah, my nasturtiums over here are looking a little peaked. I need to trim them up because I want to keep them more bushy than trellising during the summer. So that's kind of a plan. It would. I think I want to try them as like watercress sandwiches, but I want to plump those leaves out before I cut them. So I'm definitely going to give this front garden a little 10-minute spritz just to cool everything off. Let's go back up here. Okra is coming up. I really can only barely tell, so the okra that I put out from seedlings are just slightly bigger, 1, 2, 3, I think it is, than the ones that I just sowed, which are there. So direct sowing okra seems really to be the way to go. Just do it when it's warm enough. These are some honeydew melons. I don't want to really talk about it because it's probably a lost cause, but we're going to go for it. This year, as you notice, I have separated my different batches of marigolds so that I can more easily save seeds. Okay, let's talk about... Oh, what happened to you? Did you just mate? Is that your problem? Anyway, as you can see, my squash are doing mightily. I should have filmed it. I've already gotten 2 squash off of them, but it looks like we're just about to start to explode. I saw online something about promoting fruit by removing the male blossoms, so I've been doing that, removing all but like 1 male blossom, and it seems to have been a good plan. Oh look, that one's going to be ready soon. Maybe tomorrow? Next day? I've gotten a handful of tomatoes so far. I think I want to start my cherry tomatoes early because they're indeterminate. They bear all season long. And now, as you see, look at that. There is no evidence of any kind of blight. Isn't that beautiful? And I owe that mostly to the copper fungicide. Oh, wait, there's some blight. But that's okay. It's just a tiny little bit. I'm going to make it right now while I see it. But I mean, it's just on tiny leaves down at the bottom. There's a beautiful little cocozelle. And I'm going to, oh, and her sister. I'm going to come in here and remove some of those male blossoms in a second. Again, we have the cherry tomatoes. This is really the first year that I've had some success with a beefsteak variety. Been keeping them very watered and fertilized. I fertilize every 7 days regularly. I've got a little experiment going on. The things in the blue and the green containers are getting fish emulsion, and the things in the red containers are getting the tomato vegetable Miracle-Gro version. Just kind of a little experiment. I have both varieties and squash as well, so we'll just see if it matters. The basil in these containers are not doing nearly as well as the basil out in their own containers. Live and learn. Maybe I'll just stick to marigolds under tomatoes from now on. But I really want to do a fried green tomato here. I topped these off because I think I want to encourage them to bush out at the top. I wish they would throw some more runners out down here. Oh, they are. So I'm hoping it'll bush out at the bottom if I take the top off, because I really don't want them to fall over. Tongue garden is being the tongue garden. Let's talk next to the neighbors. Let's try not to show the neighbors. So this has been the great untold. You can see back there the side of the chicken coop. One day I want to put just a chain link fence in here between me and the neighbor. And I've already got some Fatsia like those, and I'm trying to clone some of my hydrangea to put in front of it, so that will be a nice forested glen with a fence to keep the chickens in, basically keep the chickens out of their yard. We should talk mushrooms. Now, I haven't found any over here, although in the fall this was a nice spot for what looked to be Russula. I think that my new spot for my lemon tree, or I really think I might want to just give up on the olive tree here, or demote it, but I really kind of want another citrus, a lime or something. This is what I hope to naturalize the rest of my side garden into. Mints, we've got a self-seeded muscadine. I'm perfectly happy with that going up the pole. I might even build a stone arbor if it looks good. It's got a friend. There's a couple of muscadines. Sunflowers, doing their sunflowery thing. There's a head on one of them. I planted 4, something ridiculous, like 20 seeds out here. And it looks like I'm only getting, what, 4? 1, 2, 3. There was a 4th over here, but it might have died. So that was not a great purchase. That was a Velvet Queen. We'll see if we can propagate the seeds. I don't know. It seems like this is the sunniest spot I've got. Anyway, let's see. Oh, these cocozelles are awesome. I'm going to harvest that one today. You notice that there are no impatiens out. They were about to die. I put them all inside, and we'll see them later, because they're all in hospital right now. These were supposed to be Velvet Queen. I'm not sure what happened here. I mean, I like all of the colors. It's a nice little contrast between the yellow with the red, the orange and the red. But I really kind of just wanted red. So, have to remember their positioning when I'm saving seeds this year. Okay, we've done okra. Again, copper fungicide is the best thing ever. We had a spate in June of ridiculously wet weather. And, well, it's about time to spray the hydrangeas again. But overall, they've been pretty good at controlling the fungus. No impatiens in the boxes, window boxes. I give up. I'm just gonna put ferns there. It gets no sun. However, the hanging baskets have been doing okay. So I think when I plumb an irrigation line, I'm planning to expand my 2-prong irrigation into a 4-prong irrigation so that I can do the container garden and tongue, the regular vegetable garden, and the troll garden, which we'll get to in a second. Plus, have a hose just to spray things if I want to spray like the sidewalk down or something. So I need a 4-prong. But that's a project for another day when I plumb the troll garden. Where was I going? Nah. Anyway, I'm not sure if we've talked or posted since I put my other mushroom longs. We have shiitake with shiitake, shimei, more shiitakes, and nameko, I think, along with our oyster. So far, the only ones I've gotten any mushrooms off of were 2 years ago's shiitake, which are delicious, but those, this was some way I could let you feel it. They're so light. There's no food left in those, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get another crop out of those ever again. They may be done. But that's okay, because I have all of this to work with, which is mostly hardwood. And once I tame the ivy back, all of this is going to be mushroom growing. I've really gotten into that lately. Fungi is so cool. In fact, right in here, I have seen already some native, what I think are butterfoot boletes. It's a bolete of some sort, and it quickly stains blue. If I find another one, maybe I'll take another video. But I want to put in more gnomes, of course, and just really develop this more. I have a plan for actually making myself a gate to go across here. It's gonna push in so that you see this wonderful entrance. You got to trim this camellia back just a little bit, and then you come back in paradise. Oh look, finally, the log that was hanging in that tree finally fell. Yay. So trim my camellia back. There's the chickens. I need to let them out a little bit. I also want to put a plan to irrigate this back garden. I don't know if we've really looked at the fern garden I've got. So I've grown disenchanted with these hellebores. They are reliable, but they only bloom. I mean, they bloom first, but they only bloom for a little while, and then they're just so seedy. So I'm going to cut them back severely any second now and really concentrate on my mosses. All they need are sunlight and water, which I need to give them some more water. Let's do that right now. I've also found that keeping this water here like this, the bees love it. But all of this moss I've gathered on walks out back. This one I got from Myrtle Beach area, so I put it on some sand because I found it in sandy ground. But I think I want to plant some more ferns back here. And you see my camellia from seeds. That's my pretty two-toned native camellia. And some more fatsia that the squirrels are doing the darndest to kill. And some ferns, some more ferns for the front. Hopefully the back door is open and we can go see the Impatiens Infirmary. Oh, there's my hubby. Let's pause for